for the Southeastern Sprint Car Series, sponsored by Brisk Operations. Jason Beckner, bring them to the start.
Green flag's out, digging hard off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, side by side, back to turn number 1, top to bottom, off of turn number 2. It's a drag.
Trouble! Turn 2, one car spins, does a 360, and kept on going! How about it, baby?
Ryan
What
Bartholomew stayed in the gas, hung on to it, had the streamers flying off the back, still digging hard. He's got some catching up to do.
How about it with the streamers and the flappers going around, and he spins again in turn number 2, and he spins, and he does it again! They're going to call him the 360 King!
Man, tell you what, third time's the charm. Wait for it when he does it again. Your leader's coming up off of turn number 2. Carson Short, your leader, back in the second spot, the 52, Isaac Chappell. We were watching him. We thought he was going to be the one to beat, and right now he's sitting in second trying to make up some ground.
And 3 times a charm for the driver in the 11 of Brian Bartholomew. He perfectly negotiates to turn 2 this time, Bob, without spinning in the 360. In the Top Motorsports entry, that's a new driver, by the way, in that car. As here comes your leader, Carson Short. The man out of Marion, Illinois, leads the way. He's in the DRC chassis. Diving into turn 3. We're already coming to halfway this time by.
Man, time flies when you're having fun and going fast one gear, and it's like point it in the right direction. Picking the tires up, carrying that left front up off the ground as it come up off turn number 4. That was the 52, Isaac Chappell. Back in the third spot, going to be the 71 of Robert Bell. And bringing up the rear, Ryan Bartholomew on the 11 car. Getting ready to go a lap down as they go down the front straightaway into turn number 1.
So the laps are winding down. They'll come across the line yet again off of turn number 4. And still out in front is still going to be the man leading the way of Carson Short. Doing a phenomenal job in car number 21, the native out of Marion, Illinois, setting track records, blistering track records. And by the way, the track record will try to be broken tomorrow night, as there will be, for the first time ever, qualifying for the Brisk Operations Southeastern Sportsman Sprint Car Series. And the white flag is about to go in the air. Problem for Bartholomew. He dives to the infield. White flag, though, goes in the air. 1 to go. And it is car number 21. Carson Short coming to the line. 1 to go. Jason, they're in turn 1.
Down the front straightaway into turn number 1. The 21 machine, Carson Short, wheels it up off of turn number 2. Takes it about mid-track. Sails it sideways down the back straightaway into 3. Checkered flag out. Digging hard off of turn number 4. Taking the win. The 21, Carson Short. Coming in second, the 52 of Isaac Chappell, and third going to be the 71 of Robert Bell.
Well, there you go. They got to go to the scales to make it official. But ladies and gentlemen, there they go. Heat race number 1 winner. Heat 1 winner, ladies and gentlemen. He comes to us out of Marion, Illinois, in the Florida Eye Specialist Rash Restoration Jet Black Technology Spec Powered DRC chassis of Carson Short. Car number 21. How about it, race fans here at Hendry County? Give him a round of applause from all the way from the land of Lincoln, Carson Short. And he's enjoyed the Florida weather the last month, Jason Beckner. He's been here for all of Speed Weeks.
They are freezing up north. I was watching the weather today. I mean, we got some friends up in Iowa. I think they got like 10 feet of snow up there. It's crazy. If you want the white stuff down here,
I live in North Carolina, and they've had snow and sleet and rain and cold temperatures. And one day it's 70 degrees, the next day it's 20 degrees, and it's 40 degrees.
What are you going to do when you have to go back up north in a few days?
Well, I have a couple of weeks left. I have a couple of weeks left. I will not officially be back home in North Carolina until March the 5th, and then I have 4 days off, and I'm going to sleep like a baby and cut my phone off and disappear, and then I go right back out on the road again and head up to Indiana for races. So yes.
Yeah. It's going to be a little interesting to see how long this winter hangs on this year. This is going to be a tough one, I think.
Yeah, hey, it was a beautiful day, though. For people that are listening to the Audiocast on the Community Radio Network all over the country, this is a beautiful place here. I was literally sweating to death. I was thinking to myself, my goodness, it's summertime in February.
It's a beautiful place.
I had to change my clothes twice today.
Yeah, and that was only because he saw the alligator.
It was, yes. First you say it, then you do it. Heat race number 2. Ready to roll, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll get them ready to go here in just a couple of moments for heat race number 2. It will be another 10-lap heat race. On the pole in the car number 5G, he comes to us out of Canton, Illinois. He won at Bubba Raceway Park for the USAC opener last Thursday night of the Gosher Racing. NOS Energy Drink, Parallax Power Supply, John Bird, Transportation, DRC Chassis with a Claxton Mopar. That is the Bear, Chris Wyndham. Chris Wyndham, there he is in 5G. to the outside of row number 1. She'll start second in the car number 17C at Spring Hill, Florida. Her first time ever racing topless without the wing in the Pops & Sons Diners. Land O'Lakes Water Treatment, ALC Designs, Mach 1 Chassis, Top Gun Spec Engine Entry out of Springfield, Florida. The Tough Muff! Eileen Collins Love, the Tough Muff in 17C. Run number 2 to the inside, car number B1 all the way to Mary D, Pennsylvania, representing the Keystone State. The driver of the Joey Biasi, B&F General Machine, Calaman Radiator Services, GME Steering, Maxim Chassis, Burns & Yost Chevy entry of Joey Biasi. Joey Biasi in the B1. And to his outside, same sponsors in the B1X entry. He comes to us out of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. In the Joey Biasi B&F General Machine, Calaman Radiator, GME Steering, Maxim Chassis, Burns & Yost Chevy entry, motor of Ryan Rutz. Ryan Rutz in the B1 red visor. And we got one stalling over there in turn number 2. I believe that's Ryan Bartholomew. He's not in this heat race.
Yeah, he did not fire in the first heat race. Not sure if they're letting him come out here and going to let him run some laps out around here at the end of the field to see if he can shake that thing down and keep it pointed in the right direction.
No, actually, that's Connor Leffler. That's Connor Leffler. He's going to tag the back of this heat race. He wasn't in heat race number 1. He was not in heat race number 1. That's what happened. He was on the pole for heat number 1. He was not able to make the start because of making some works on the car. And so that's the reason, Jason, that he is in the tail for heat race number 2. Jason Beckner, well, I make it sound like Jason's on the racetrack. Jason, that is Connor Leffler. Connor Leffler out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They have been thrashing for days, and even this morning since 11 a.m. to get that car on the racetrack. It's not even, for those listening to the broadcast, there is not a single decal, wrap, number, nothing. Come on to green, off of turn 4. We're underway in heat number 2. Hole shot, turn number 1 is going to go, well, Biasi up the racetrack. Problems for Joey Biasi as they'll exit off of turn 4. No, check that, sorry. That's actually Ryan Rutz. To the line, 1 lap in, it's Chris Wyndham and Joey Biasi battling for the lead in turn 1 and 2.
Coming up off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, your leader, the 5G, Chris Wyndham. Going to lead him through 3 and 4. Back in the second spot.
Oh, Biasi doing the wheel stand. Wheel stand, slide job, slider, more than ones you'll see at Crystals off of turn number 2.
Man.
To the back straightaway they go in. Biasi's trying to close it on Wyndham one more time. The barrel leads off turn 4.
Biasi getting a good run up off the corner on turn number 4. He has that thing flat sideways at the flag stand before he even gets to the corner halfway. Man, oh, wow. This is the first time we've had these cars here, and this is unbelievable in this little bull ring. Caution on the track. Spin turn number 2.
Problems in turn number 4. Turn 2, I'm sorry.
Tough Muff brings it to the stop at the bottom of the track over in turn number 2. Alina Collins Love.
Problems for Eileen Collins Love in car number 17C. And we go under the caution flag yet again.
Sorry guys if I interrupted.
All good. Let you guys do y'all's job. We're under caution flag again, yet again. Making sure the lineup is complete. Caution coming out again for the Tough Muff of Eileen Collins Love. She's a normal regular racer on the Eagle Jet Top Gun Sprint Car Series. Of course, them drivers normally occupy a 360 Chevy engine, but they do some specifications to it. They do a lot of work with it, allowing some different setups and modifications to allow the motor to be a little bit quicker. For the Eagle Jet Top Gun Sprint Series, they've been a part of Speed Weeks a couple of times at East Bay.
There we go.
And fire back on. That was a header fire. Yep. That was just a header fire. That's nothing to worry about. It wasn't a. If you see a big flame and then it disappears, then we're in trouble. But that's just a header fire right there. The header fire was just to get the car fired back up and get him back going. So Eileen Collins Love, the Tough Muff. Her husband Wayne Love is here. He told me, he said, Wesley, he said, for the longest time I was trying to teach her how to get in the gas. She kept riding the brake everywhere she goes. Now she's driving it wide the heck open. I'm trying to beg her now to hit the. I'm begging her now to hit the brake pedal. She drives it wide open now. She doesn't know how to stop. And of course, Eileen Collins Love, the Tough Muff out of Spring Hill, Florida. Awesome, super great lady. Known her for a couple of years. Met her at Indianapolis at PRI, and we just hit it off from there. ready for the restart. It is out in front, Chris Wyndham, the Bear. In the car number 5, G out of Canton, Illinois. Here they come back for the firing line out of 4, single file. Green is back in the air.
Biasi back in the second spot, digging hard on that restart. Slides it in, almost makes contact. Man, good bite off of turn number 2. He's going to look down to the inside, side by side, coming up off of turn number 4. Halfway point this time by Biasi, all over the back bumper into turn 1.
One wrong slip by the Chris Wyndham, the Bear, and Biasi's got him. Here comes Joey Biasi up the outside, powers to the inside. He's got to run, slide job, backs off, goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Throwing the block is going to be Wyndham. Wyndham cuts Biasi off. Biasi goes to the outside lane, powers back to the inside. They're right there. Biasi lost power off turn 2, Jason.
Biasi digging hard off of turn 2, trying to make up the ground he lost coming off of 4 that last time. I thought he was going to knock down the front straightaway wall, right in the tire tracks of your leader, the number 5, Chris Wyndham, as they go back into turn 1, right there on the back bumper off of 2.
A couple of USAC stars have been battling in Bubba Raceway Park the last couple of weeks in Ocala, now battling it here in the Everglades. Off turn 4, Wyndham to the outside, Biasi to the inside. They're single file, not anymore. Here comes Biasi. He'll try a new run on the outside at a turn number 2, but still Wyndham protects the bottom.
Biasi backed off, tried to diamond off the corner. They're back down to turn number 3, and he is hot.
Woo! He got him almost. White flag. Trouble in turn 2. Got a spinner, Eileen Collins Love. Everybody on the binders to miss him and cautions out. This race is not over. We will go to green-white checker.
And it's only the heat race. My gosh.
What a show.
Holy cow.
What a show. Under the yellow flag. It'll be a green-white checker finish, race fans. We will go to a green-white checker here in just a few moments. Problems up in turn number 2. Eileen Collins Love loops around. Shout out to Candace Keeley. Hope you get to feeling better. She is listening to our broadcast, and she says, "Go, Eileen, go, Tough Muff." And she's listening in. But the Tough Muff just had a little spinner-rooney in turn number 2.
Oh, you're talking to Candace. Hey, Candace, how you doing?
She had she's been sick. She had a collapsed lung the other day.
Yeah.
And, man, she's been in my prayers. Hope she gets to feeling better.
That was so crazy. I read that last night when you guys were talking. I was like, unbelievable. Tough Muff going to pull it behind the wall.
Well, I mean, it's just a heat race. So, I mean, where are you going to start? In the back last or whatnot. So
might as well get it back there and start wrenching on it and get it ready for later. Lights are out this time by, looking for the green flag. Green-white checkered finish. They stand on it off of turn number 4. Wyndham going to lead them down the front straightaway.
Final times around, green-white checker shootout coming up. Here comes Wyndham. He'll power down to the bottom, right where they left off in the Gosher race at entry. Back on the bottom, Joey Biasi. He'll try it one more time, throwing the slider off turn number 4. White flag goes in the air. Wyndham pulls away. 3 car lengths over the pack in 1.
Biasi tried to let it slide up the track, get up there in the moisture, and try to get some good forward bite. Couldn't quite do it off of turn number 4. Checkered flag coming out this time by Biasi, letting it all hang out back in the second spot. Can't do it. The Bear, Chris Wyndham, going to take the win.
That'll go all for naught for Joey Biasi. He powered his way the best he could. These guys don't even friggin' realize the race is over yet. They are still racing each other. The checkered flag is out. They're battling do it in the line. Biasi and Wyndham racing an extra lap here. Biasi, I'm sorry, buddy, but that does not count. That was an extra lap before the caution fell.
Wyndham
what a
won the
show
race.
They put on. Or it could have been, hey, buddy, you might have got me this go around, but I'm going to intimidate you and I'm going to power beside you. We're going to race side by side. I'm going to show you then the feature, you're mine.
Now he's going to go back there and tell him, yeah, but I won the cool-down lap.
Heat races are in the books, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have our features here very, very shortly. And again, thank you so much for being out here at the Hendry County Motorsports Park. Hendry County Motorsports Park. We'll have opening ceremonies before we run our feature races. So again, we'll do all that coming up here right before we do our feature races, which are coming up next. So we'll take a quick radio timeout. We'll thank our sponsors on the Community Radio Network, and we'll have more coverage from Friday night's Inaugural Everglades-Swamp Cabbage Nationals. Jason Bettner, what do you think of the dang heat races, man?
Man.
My goodness.
That is some excitement right there. I tell you what, we've been talking about this a long, long time, and just watching those guys pull the front tires off the ground, the wheel stands, just the sheer horsepower being put down to the ground, and just can't wait till we get out here for the feature race here in just a little bit.
We'll be back here in just a moment. We'll take radio timeout from Hendry County Motorsports Park. You're listening to CRN, the voice of the community, the voice of motorsports. This is the Community Radio Network and our coverage of the inaugural Everglades-Swamp Cabbage Nationals, featuring the sprint cars and the midgets of the Southeastern Southern Outlaw Promotions. I think we're going to let a driver get a hot lap session is what we're being told. So we're going to let a driver get a quick warm-up session before we get ready for the features. We'll be back after our radio timeout.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around.